It is so insulting to say one size, as in one size fits all. This kimono, I'm not going to even show you because I'll wind up flashing you. Like right now it's fitting over my shoulders and I'm like holding it shut for dear life, and I'm not showing you like my tits, but it's literally probably about a size 8. And I'm like an 18-20, so um, if anybody wants it, it's already gently worn, as you can see. I just got a big kick out of like showing it. Look at this. I'm like holding it closed for dear life. It's not even going halfway around me. And I don't know what's happening with the bangs lately. I really don't like what those women did to me. Women. I don't like this haircut. I'm not used to it. I almost feel like chopping all of it off and getting like another severe pixie, but um, when you're emotionally fragile, don't cut your hair all off. Um, I came on today, what's this, my 5th freaking video, to say that I'm very proud of myself about the not smoking. I'm kind of amazed in a way, and it's funny how with my personality, like I'm a Taurus, okay, and we can be very indulgent, sensual, tactile. We love to just do everything to excess, everything that feels good, you know. I mean, not always, because we also know about control and stuff like that, but we're also stubborn. And once I decide to do something, I mean, I wish I could really decide like to stay sober forever, but it's definitely a one day at a time thing. A daily reprieve, as AA says. I just decided to not do it, and so far, like, it's working. I'm having cravings, but they're not uncontrollable. And it's funny how once I got over this hump of like my hangover, and I got back on my thyroid meds and back on my Lamictal, even though it's a small dose, it's leveling my mood enough to where, I mean, it is very subtle, it's not dramatic, but like I just feel like I don't need a crutch anymore. And I didn't even overeat for the past couple days, and normally when I'm at work I'm snacking my ass off, and feeling really bad about myself. And of course, when you feel bad about yourself, then you want to do even more things that comfort yourself, and then you wind up, Amberlynn Reed. I don't feel like, there's another thing I want to tell you, but I don't know how to like say it without sounding ridiculous, because it's not normally something I believe in. This might be something up your alley, Sabina, but after my documentary came out, I got a lot of really good support and feedback from people. Beautiful support from people. I was in tears a lot of the time because I couldn't believe that friends and even strangers were saying things that were like, I mean, I just didn't think it was going to be that kind of a reception. I thought it would be like, oh, good for you. That must have been hard, or people not saying anything at all. Oh, doggies. Okay, there was no nip slip there anyway. A woman who's like an energy cleanser practitioner, I forget her actual like title. It's normally something that I would really scoff at and be like, oh, woo woo, you know what I mean? Like, here we go. But she offered me, like, for free, what she normally charges for, several sessions of cleansing of my energies from when I was a child, because she watched the documentary and she was so moved and so touched by what I went through. She said, please allow me to do this for you. All I need is like some birth information from you. And of course, after the documentary, I was like paranoid that like, oh, people want to know too much about me now, they're gonna come after me, whatever. But she's on the up and up. I checked her out. So I gave her some info, and I gave her some more info about like ages and dates of certain traumas, and the age I got, was raised in the cult, when I got out, when my dad died, like, stuff like that. And she said she was going to work on releasing, negative and traumatic emotions. And then we got to talking about other things. You know, I talked about like the clutter in my home, the clutter in my car, the smoking, my body image, just feeling sad all the time, how I don't feel in touch with my body. I don't listen to music anymore. I don't dance or move or take walks or, I like just really bad depression. And she said, leave it to me. There's nothing you really even have to do. I do these sessions and it's going to release, blocked energy. And again, I forget the exact way she put it because my brain is a sieve and my memory is not wonderful. But I have to tell you, and I really am a big skeptic, I feel really different in the past couple of days that she's been doing this. I have been listening to music again. I've been spontaneously dancing a little bit, even at work. I'm able to get up and off and on the floor and on the ground, like with ease. I mean, not exactly like, aerobically. I'm not doing pirouettes down the street, but like, I feel more in touch somehow with my body. I'm not craving overeating. I'm not craving the cigarettes. Like I said, I'm listening to music again, especially happy music. I'm slowly starting to clean more. I mean, I know you can't tell like tonight, but I've also been really busy. But like I'm more willing to get rid of stuff and declutter, and I'm like excited about it now. So maybe there is something to the whole like cleaning of the chakras and the energy force fields and just I think the main way she put it was like a releasing, like an acknowledgement of the severe. I mean, she sent me these PDF files that were very specific. It was very specific about the different levels of trauma, who in the family they relate to as far as my mother, father, or like even grandparent, the age of onset, and like how it manifested in me. The feelings of abandonment, feelings of just sadness, despondency, fear, panic, especially because of like the death of my dad and the cult and my mother abandoning me, and I, honest to God, feel freer. I feel more optimistic. I cleaned out my car today. Like I said, I haven't been overeating, and like I've been doing a lot of that lately. I mean, I did start out with the keto and stuff, but then I kind of abandoned it, and especially when I'm at work, and at night, like there's just a lot of snacking that goes on. But the main thing is like I can't believe I'm not smoking. I can't believe it's been like 5 or 6 days now, maybe 5 days. I tend to lose track of time. I don't mean to exaggerate, but I genuinely I'm sometimes in like a time vacuum because part of my bipolar is to be very dissociative. And plus just coming out of the fog of drinking like that. So yeah, like I just feel calmer. I feel like I'm writing more poetry. I'm reading more. I canceled my cable because I don't really care about TV. I'm listening to music. I'm looking forward to good things from this. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just the power of suggestion. Maybe you guys think I'm crazy. I don't usually believe in stuff like this, but who knows? There's a lot of things that are true that we don't see. And, look at the fucked up stuff I believed before. Although my therapist believes that, he goes, I think that you don't give yourself enough credit for not ever having bought into the bullshit. You were held captive in that cult and you had no choice. But the whole reason you were able to break out is that you really never bought it. And I thought that was a great spin on it, which I never really thought of before. It may seem obvious to some people, but part of what I felt so bad about was that like, oh my God, I actually really believed this stuff. I really was able to be brainwashed, and like, I don't really think I ever did believe. I think I just felt very trapped and caught in a horrible, horrible situation as a child that I couldn't get out of. So that's it. I mainly just wanted to talk about how happy I was to not be smoking, because normally at night I'd be smoking. I'd be on like my 8th cigarette right now, and even though my voice still sounds kind of raspy and stuff, and I think that's because my nodules are still enlarged, I feel better from being on my Tyrosint. I feel good on the Lamictal. which for the longest time I didn't want to take because I was just nervous. I don't know, like psychotropics. It's funny how you can abuse yourself with drugs and alcohol for so long, but then like someone gives you a psychotropic and you're like, oh God, no, that won't be good for me. That, you know, that'll change my mood too much, or I'll become psychotic, or it's a very gentle leveling out of a mood, and I'm supposed to increase it to 2 pills a day in about a week, and I'm also on Cymbalta 30 milligrams a day instead of 20. And I don't like having to take, you know, a handful of pills every morning. But, oh, and I'm also back on my hormone replacement therapy, which I don't want to be too, like, TMI about. But, you know, we're mostly all girls here, and gay men, and men like Dagan who would never judge. But I'll just say, for the longest time since menopause, I've had no sexual feelings or libido or that sense of like joie de vivre, what do they used to call it, mojo. Gone, dead, over. I felt nothing. And now I'm back on my hormone replacement therapy, which again I also resisted taking for the longest time. I don't even know how I look right now because I don't have my glasses on. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling like kind of sexy again these days. Like, not like I want to go out and jump somebody or like pick someone up, but like, I don't know, I'm kind of like feeling myself again, and I want to be attractive again, and I want to start taking care of myself and lose weight and exercise and make the most of the rest of my life, because I'm in my 50s now. And I mean, I don't mean that means everything has to be over with or whatever, but it's not the same as being in your 20s or 30s or 40s as far as sexuality or how you look. Yeah, like I just feel like I've got a libido again. Like I have like sexy dreams sometimes. I won't go into detail, but it's nice to feel that way. Like, I won't lie, it's nice to feel that way. So that's it. You know, that's a little bit more in depth from your girl here, rather than just FabFitFun and hanging out at the lake. Although I did really enjoy sharing my poetry with you, and the artwork of my friend, because I love when artwork and poetry can go hand in hand. Because when I see an object of beauty or interest, I'm often sparked to write a poem. So, having said that, I am going to do my dishes, clean the bird cage. I don't need to clean the cat box because I already did that. I already did my garbage, and I might vacuum, but I really just should go to bed because tomorrow's going to be another long day, and therapy is kind of early in the morning. So that's it. Wow, this was long-winded, and this was a lot of uploads today. So let's just say that this made up for the week I was out amongst the spirits and not talking to you guys. So, am I actually showing my tits? Oh God, I really hope not. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get rid of this robe. Maybe I'll give it to my daughter because she lost a bunch of weight and she might like something pretty like that. So, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for listening to me. Bye.